if the club on the receiving end of it is getting an absolute 5-star behind the woodshed ass whoop, then people are going to be like, yeah, well, that's all great, but you really love a shit club. And the mob is fickle like that, man. They don't want to just they love the atmosphere. They also want to see the Rocky, man. They want to see the puncher's chance. They want to see the club. Right. They don't mind if you lose.
Yeah.
They want to see guys fighting. They want to see guys like fighting. When I'm saying like, they want to see hard football, man, going and playing and giving 110%. They don't want to see guys just going through the motions. Oh, here's another goal. Here's another fucking goal. Here's another goal. Because it's going to be like, yeah, that's great, but you watch a shit football club. They want to see the whole package, man. They're not asking for perfection here in the States. But they want to see, if you're going to be an underdog against a big money club, and guess what, man? If you put up, don't matter if you lose. If you were fighting and giving everything you've got, and them guys were all out, fucking just going for it, man, and trying to get that win, the whole place is rocking. That's the stuff that creates fan bases. Celtic will always have guys like me, whether it's fucking good times, bad times, whatever. But the way you build on that is by the club showing up, showing them what the badge is all about. That we may not have a big budget, we may not be EPL, but here's a reason to love this club, because it's such a huge all-around package.
Yep.
And that's what makes all the difference.
Yeah.
That's what got guys like me into it. We weren't always beating fucking Rangers when I got on board. But guess what, man? I didn't get on board because I wanted to follow a champion. I got on board because I wanted to follow a club that had heart and meant something.
Yeah. I think that's, it's looking at US sports and looking at the way people follow, even in New Zealand, because football, soccer isn't the main sport here. Everybody here watches rugby. Everybody in the US watches American football, or they watch, basketball, and then there's hockey, baseball, whatever.
Aussie rules football.
Aussie rules, Aussie rules, man.
Well, actually, my buddy was just down in Australia covering that. My buddy Brian Barish. They call him the American BT. I don't know what that means. Apparently, BT is a commentator or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I used to watch Aussie football when I was a kid. It was like I'd go out back and like try to kick a ball between like trees and shit.
That's pretty crazy.
And then I was, hey dude, what do you want? It was either that or we were watching Luton Town versus Derby County every fucking week.
Oh no, don't do
that. He's like, here we are, Luton Town on their AstroTurf.
Yeah, it's funny you being a as I've said already, a supporter who watches Scottish football. We've grown up in a very insular environment, especially in the west of Scotland, where you had no idea that people outside Glasgow or the west of Scotland had any interest or any support for Celtic. You would meet other fans from other clubs, and we've always had connections with other clubs, and their ultras or their supporters would meet up after games, and we always get on with them. And then we've got the clubs that we don't like, But I think it's interesting looking at it from stateside, looking at a club like Celtic, because they are a very unique club in that they are a heavyweight in a league that's really, they've outgrown, and it's quite unique. In saying that, though, you look at all the leagues around the world, who dominated the English league for the last 2 decades. You're looking at two or three teams, mainly Man United, who's been dominating the Bundesliga for the last decade. It's basically Bayern, who's been dominating the Spanish leagues for the last 2 or 3 decades. It's either Real Madrid or Barca, and you can go through all the leagues and you pick out 1 or 2 sides that dominate the leagues, and it's the same in the Scottish league. It's just that because the rest of our league is, in terms of international club football, is so poor, people look down on it and go, that league's shit, because there's only one team that wins it every year. But that's the same across all leagues. So I think that sometimes people who support other leagues or look from the outside look at us and go, yeah, that league's not so strong, there's only ever one team winning it. But it's a bit of a kind of broken argument in a way. You could say that about a lot of the leagues, especially the English league. Now, I'm glad Leicester won it. I'm glad that Leicester did what they did, because it was fantastic. But Leicester won it with how many millions? What was the value of their team? They had some pretty expensive players.
Actually, Vardy was signed from a third division squad, so he was cheap. And I think Mahrez was brought in cheap. I mean, I'd have to see, but they were one of the least spending clubs.
Yeah. But compared to a Scottish club, it would have been we'd never have been. Yeah,
of course.
But yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. What they did was fantastic for football. And there's the underdog story that you were talking about, Yahmpy, where people want to see the little guy at least put a black eye on the big boys. And that's why when Celtic play away from home, a club like Celtic goes to the Allianz Arena, and we go off to Anderlecht. I don't know the name of the Anderlecht stadium, so I'm not going to pretend I know what it's called. And we go away to Paris Saint-Germain, which is a park. Do they still play the Parc de France? I think they might. Or they used to. They still play the Parc de France. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Borussia's statement is called the Borussia Dortmund Stadium is called the Westphalian. Just so you know,
Westphalian, yeah, that's right.
I googled it 5 minutes ago while you're talking. But my point is, when Celtic go away, that is when we can get caught out and look bad. So you've got your average fan who's like, Champions League's on tonight. Who's playing Celtic? I've heard of them. They're getting pumped at the new camp 6-0. Yeah, I don't want to watch them again. But then you turn into the home game, and it's game on. You're right. It's like, no, you want to watch this because we're giving it as good as we're getting it. So that's the beauty of it. It's a difficult one, But for me, to sum up the whole European experience, I'm just happy that we're here. That's my summation. I'm happy that we're in the group stages. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're going to see some big names, some big teams. Can't wait for the music to start. So I'm happy. I'm as a Celtic man, I'm absolutely delighted we're in Europe again. As much as I hate the Champions League.
I just looked it up, and it looks like the most expensive player, transfer fee wise, on Leicester that year was Shinji Okazaki. He came for £7 million.
Wow.
And N'Golo Kante was next at 6.5.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah, that's awesome.
I saw Paris Saint-Germain won today. They won 3-0 against Saint Etienne. Cavani had 2 goals for them. We're gonna have our hands full, man.
Yep.
Yeah. You look at that lineup, dude. It's a fucking.
That's the most difficult game. I think that's going to be our most difficult game against them. They've got some real scary talent in that team.
Neymar, Julian Draxler, Ben Arfa.
Draxler's a great player. He is. Yeah. Draxler is fast. He's got pace. Brilliant technique.
Dani Alves.
Yeah.
We mentioned Neymar in there.
Yep.
They got some fucking players, man. That's a who's who, man.
Bring it on, man. Any day. Welcome to Glasgow. Listen, Yahmpy, take them down to Postle Park on a Saturday night and throw them out the team bus. They'll go white. I'm telling you, mate. Not a chance. We'll take them.
I haven't had enough beers yet to make the prediction on that match.
We'll do the score. We'll do the score prediction now for the Paris Saint-Germain case. No,
we'll wait a week on that one.
Fuck that, mate. Not a chance.
I'd like to, if you don't mind, I'd like to share a story. Scotty knows this story really well. It's really what cemented me as a Celtic supporter for life. So in 2011, I really followed Celtic extremely close, mostly with the tutelage of Mr. Yahmpy. And I was at work, and I had Fox Soccer Plus on my phone, and I was watching Barcelona, and I watched the Barcelona match at Parkhead. Watt scores the goal. I immediately go online, and I buy a Celtic away Tony Watt jersey.
Tony Watt. He said, dude, this is pretty crazy. Go ahead, Bammers.
So I buy it. I get the Champions League badges. Have to go through kit bag, otherwise known as shit bag, because it's the worst fucking service in the world.
Yep.
So I go on. I pay the I don't know, $90, $100, whatever it was for the jersey. I paid $15 for shipping. And I'm happy. I got my Tony Watt jersey. It's the fucking black and gray one, and it's really cool. Well, 2 weeks go by, and I still have the jersey. And I look at the tracking, and it literally says ship via Royal Mail. Good fucking luck, because the ship is via Royal Mail, and once it's out of the UK, there's no tracking. Even though I paid for the tracking service with the shipping.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
So a month goes by, still don't have the jersey. So I'm talking with Scott, and Scott said, "Well, just tweet at the store, see if they'll do anything for you." I didn't know that Kit Bag and the Celtic shop were two separate entities. So I tweeted at them, and I got a response, and they said, "How long has it been?" And I said,
Jesus was having the last dinner, but that don't fucking matter.
Yeah, said it's been a month and a week now, and they said, "Oh, well, we're not actually affiliated with the online Celtic store, but we'll give." And I got a DM from one of the representatives said, "Let me get your information." So I gave him all the information, and he said, "Okay, I tell you what, we'll refund you your money. You can buy one directly from us, and we'll ship it to you." I said, "Okay." Well, they actually had the equipment manager make my jersey. I got a call from the guy. He was on the training pitch, and he wanted to make sure that I got everything exactly as I wanted it. So I have in my closet right now. I mean, you guys can see me on the webcam, right?
No, we got you on audio right now, but
well, I know audio, but I'm saying in the Skype. Anyhow,
yeah.
But I got a Tony Watt Champions League jersey with the Champions League lettering, or the numbering and the lettering scheme, the respect badge, all of that stuff that you can't actually buy. They made it specifically for me, and I paid $20 less than what I paid on Kit Bag. So I got that jersey. Yeah, I got that jersey specifically sent to me. It took him 3 days. 2 days later, the other fucking jersey showed up. So I have a jersey that I wear, and I have a jersey that I don't wear.
Shit.
And
so imagine this motherfucker gets the goddamn Holy Grail jersey. This is like height of the Tony Watt fucking deal. Like, everybody's just like, I want this. He's going to be the next fucking Larson. You know, it's like everybody's going crazy. It's Tony Watt. He scored the big fucking goal. And I'm like, this motherfucker, I've been fucking how long in this club? And like, all I get is like, fucking, hey, you want some Celtic stickers? Like, you know, it's like, he's getting this fucking great jersey. I'm like, you know, people have like porn buddies when they die and shit. Bam is like my Celtic buddy. So, like, if he dies, I want that fucking jersey. I want to hear about his brother.
You want a Tony Watt jersey? Where's my biscuits?
Yeah.
Where's my biscuits?
Here, one second. Take a picture of it, and I'll send it.
I can see him. I've got him on the webcam. People can't hear, but I've got him.
Yeah, Bam gets my Invincibles jersey. So it's kind of, we're Celtic buddies instead of fucking porn buddies. It's like, you can go through my stuff. You can make sure you get the Invincibles thing. You die, I'm going through your shit, and I'm getting your Tony Watt stuff, bro. I said, don't screw me on that.
Kind of difficult to be porn buddies now, though. Everything's online, but like, you want to share
this jersey
share my saved videos on
condition.
Pornhub, but that doesn't quite
still
work
has
the same.
tags and everything. I haven't worn it at all, mostly because it's an XL, which was the biggest one they could get.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
But
I see it.
Respect badge.
What?
The official Champions League lettering that you can't buy.
He got hooked up, dude. Like, Bam, you remember the whole story with me and the fucking Bobby Sands jersey and shit? Like, that was that was a nightmare unto itself. Like, I was the anti. I had, like, people from the equipment shop calling me, like, you can't fucking order that stuff.
What?
My thing was, he orders a jersey. He's got the equipment manager calling him from the fucking practice pitch and everything. Are you okay, Bam? We love you. Da-da-da-da-da. I get fucking, for 6 weeks, I came here, I was like drunk one night, and I said, you know what? I'm ordering a Bobby Sands top. Sands 81. For 6 weeks, I sent the payment, whole 9 yards. They didn't fucking say nothing. Not a word. I'm tweeting people, I'm emailing people, not getting a response. And it feels like something's up with it. Finally, I said, you know what, motherfuckers? I want my money back. I want it back. Then I get this shortly worded email that said,